Hi, this is Dean Carson. Quick video to introduce the entity and cross-sector lines moving into DCarsonCPANET and with the partnership lines of GRLSTEM. These lines have been set up from the broader lines of DCarsonCPA, which are broad and wide intentionally because there's a lot of research in there on economics, risk, financial, legal, technology, ERFLT frameworks, working where we can help on analysis, thinking about the project management, business analyst, programming technology, and the other financial points that we can help on in a framework where economics, legal, technology, and teamwork meet. The most important thing is that connecting basis of an engineering mindset where we can think of these different needs and are working as well at the same time on this leg of the project, focus on the engineering for technology needs. And a lot of our methodology comes from thinking about risk and working from backwards from risk to logistics and growth, because the purpose of why and the risk is definitely to cover those needs for logistics as well as to protect needs on growth. So working in risk frameworks as a first priority, there are many concentric points of risk. So we think about it as total 360 risk management and concentric risk frameworks, which are supported by entity policy and community lines to needs, which in effect expresses the whys of the laws, manual, rules, forms, filings, the construct of GRC and ITGRC fitting together at the entity level, and supporting, of course, the broader needs of policy from the top. And policy is just a function of community needs, where individuals, stakeholders, shareholders have communicated back to elected representatives and people that are leading on the official lines for departments, for agencies, for legislative and judicial branch lines to needs. What's needed of an entity to operate successfully in the economy and be compliant with the citizen stakeholder roles. And so in that effect, we bring a strong set of skills built for this time in economy and financials for data science, financials from multi-stream points being GAAP or IFRS, tax basis being local, state, federal, international, all the points in taxation, compliance streams, depending upon who your regulator is. Doesn't really matter who your regulator is, but the point is that it would shift from perhaps SEC to FINRA to CFTC, or whomever your regulator may be. Could be different for a bank, different for an insurance company, but a common theme to regulated entities, whether they be insurance, agriculture, energy, or other lines in the economy. It just creates another stream of reporting and another stream of knowledge that can help in your business. And then to the back line of management reporting and analysis, once we've accomplished those things, help you on those lines, or selectively for a project on that side, we can help on your bullet points to see how are we doing in growth, risk, and logistics, dashboarding support, but full line support. The value of our service is one that comes from a mix of Fortune 500, FTSE 100, DAX 50, and SME and SMB lines. That combination is an ability to look at the macro picture, to work with very large-scale environments, but to also have had hands-on ownership front to back in small and medium and smaller size entities, and with a walk through industry, primarily in financial sector lines, but with services, products and services, retails lines and other lines, non-profit lines and government lines, and that brings together a strong frame to look globally across the board, think about the value of financial decision-making supports, working in economic, legal, financial, tech frameworks, dealing with the factors of risk that are an ever-present part of today's economy. And perhaps the undertended, the way we look at it, line of innovation is that innovation risk has not been funded as much. So there's a lot of ground, and that's evident in breaches that we see and hear about all the time. And that to some degree happens because the money goes to innovation faster than people are thinking about the risk. But inherently, growth and risk are always connected. You can't escape from one or the others. You are in tangent with those in some way. You're always moving with them. And so they're the consistent lines, and whatever you're doing is the logistics in the middle. Frequently with financials, legal, and tech, you're working to get information to a point to help in the logistics of getting resources from point to point with compliance in the economy and financial. So hopefully that's a good walkthrough. There's lots of lines where we can help, and that's a general kind of strategic overview where we are. This is 1Q 2019, and that leads into many other things. Each year our engineering mindset is improving to help in this. There's certainly many challenges out there where we can help, and there's also definitely a lot of field room to grow. But we're just looking for your opportunities to come to us and say that you're looking for our help, and we can fall in. It doesn't have to be for all that chain. It doesn't have to be that big of a role. It can be a smaller role that's helping on the subsets of those needs. But what I believe very strongly is that the ability to comprehend and work on a macro scale increases your ability to work at micro scale. So if you can think about as many levels as are involved in governmental large large economic and policy problem solving, and then bring that down to an entity. Fortune 5 entities may have that level of complexity, but probably not to that full breadth unless you're in the largest of entities. And so the ability to think about that and how to get things done in a large environment and then push that down to small, as well as how do you accomplish from a small environment, gives you two ways to look to a problem and a lot more avenues to help on any of these success lines. I'm Dean Carson, DCarsonCPA, DCarsonCPANET for the easier lines, designed to be the 8-second line. We can just get in there, get out, see where we can help. And then GRLSTEM, the framework for project management for business analysis, technology, and programming, with all of the knowledge support from DCarsonCPA and DCarsonCPANET at the end of the lines. Lean agility to help with management consulting mindset with experience of audit, 2 CFO controlling, and a strong framework to build for improvements in the economy and financials. I'm Dean Carson. I hope you call us, and we're here to help on services. Thank you.